Do I think modern fighting games are too random? No, I think actually people, the more informed players are, the more being random is better. Random is just a popular term to dedicate to almost every fighting game nowadays. People talk about randomness in every fighting game. How is randomness better? I think randomness is better the more players are knowledgeable, is what I'm saying. You know? And if there's one person who is knowledgeable about a multitude of fighting games, after this fucking follow alert is over, I'm sure it'll be the segue that I'm aiming for. Probably right about now. Now I can thank Ringe for subscribing to the channel. Come on, man. Where the fuck was that donation? Or that subscription? It took so long. Anyway, the moral of the story is Ringe knows a lot about fighting games. The more knowledgeable people are about fighting games, the stronger randomness is, I think. Or playing random. Because the more knowledgeable you are, the more knowledgeable your opponent is, the more you can know about situations and change your reads on stuff. Yes, Sharkbite is getting what I'm suggesting here. So what I'm saying is, the more you know about the game, the more the obvious choice everybody is what everybody expects. And I expect that Rock will be happy with his brand new subscription. Thanks very much for the $4.99 sub. The more you know, the more you're like, all right, this guy expects this. So now I can change up what I do because he knows what the right choice is. And I know that the right choice is thanking Roach King's Thighs for subscribing for the $4.99 sub. Thanks very much. You know that this guy works on E-League. We got an insider over here. So like what I mean by that is like, let's say you block a move that's negative. All right? Like you block a move that's negative. You know that, all right, after this, I should not hit a button because I'm negative. And the opponent thinks, all right, he's negative. He's not going to hit a button, so I'm going to walk up and throw him. And then the defensive player thinks, well, there's no way he expects me to hit a button, so I'm going to hit a button, right? That's like, it changes the way the game goes. Damn, look at my man Mago. He's looking so cozy up there. That's what happens. When people are more educated about the game they play, there's more interactions that can take place like that. Right, exactly. That's a good example. Guile does upside down kick. After upside down kick, Guile's negative. So the opponent thinks to himself, well, I'm going to hit a button. So then Guile flash kicks him. Like, on his negative frames. And that's like random, kind of, right? That's like the word people would use for it. But really, you know that he's going to hit a button because you're negative. So you flash kick him because that's obvious. Then the next level is, Guile does upside down kick. Well, it's pretty common for Guile players to flash kick here because he's negative, right? And so he wants to take his turn back. So then the Guile does upside down kick, and then he walks up and throws you. And you're like, what the fuck? You know, this Guile guy, he's random. You know, he's crazy. Like, he just walked up and threw me after he was negative, and that's like where knowledge is important. The more knowledgeable you are, the more you can abuse your opponent's knowledge. Right? You can rely on your opponent's knowledge to betray them, right? And people will call that random because it just seems like, you know, it's like a kind of a crazy thing to do. But you're really just, yeah, you're really just abusing, you know, your opponent's knowledge and understanding of the game. Yeah, whiff throw SRK from Eita, exactly. That's some wild man shit. But it works because he's abusing the fact that his opponents are good. How do you differentiate that from a true scrub actually being random? I mean, you could tell if someone is not a good player just by watching them play, right? It's called dirty play. Dirty's a word for it, yeah. Tick throw, all right. Whiff throw SRK. I've definitely seen. The funny thing about whiff throw SRK is that I saw people say like, man, Eita plays real Street Fighter 5-ish. I'm like, you know that he played Street Fighter for years and years and years, and he's always done shit like this. And not only that, I remember watching Street Fighter 4, and Filipino Man did a slide at Alex Valle, right? Filipino Man did a slide as Rose. And after the slide, he blocked, and Valle tried to throw him, and Vi whiffed the throw, and he just did fierce uppercut. In Street Fighter, he just didn't give a fuck, right? Vi tried to throw Filipino Man, he's too far, fierce uppercut, counter hit, Filipino Man hitting a button, and it did hella damage. It was a counter hit, fierce uppercut from Ryu, and I was like, damn, Vi is fucking crazy, and that was like 4 years ago. That was like 4 years ago I saw that, so it's not like it's a new phenomenon by any means. That sucked that whiffed too far. It's because the hurt box was pulled back.